Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new Milani eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to be doing swatches of both the Bold Obsessions and the Most Love Mattes. So I have both eyeshadow palettes here today. Just jumping into these palettes. So this is the packaging of both of the palettes. This is the Bold Obsessions. And these do have a gold reflective casing, so I apologize if there's a little bit of a glare. And this is the Milani Most Loved Mattes. So these eyeshadow palettes each retail for $20 off the Milani website, but I was actually able to pick these up at my local Walmart for $14.97 each, which I think is a really great deal. So this is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'm actually wearing both palettes, and I did actually film a first impressions and demo video prior to filming this, so I'll be getting that up soon, and you guys can hear my first impressions there. But just quickly talking about the palette, so these are the palettes. This is the Bold Obsessions, and this is the Most Loved Mattes. They're really good size for travel. They're not too big, so that's really nice. And then in each palette you do get 12 shades. So in the Bold Obsessions palette, here is up close. You do, in the Bold Obsessions palette, get a mix of matte and shimmer shades. And looking at the palette, you do get your neutral shades, your warm tones, and your cooler tones too. And I think they just did a really great job with the colors and the shades that they put in this palette. So in the Bold Obsessions palette, it looks like you get 6 shimmers and 6 mattes. And you do get a black, which is really nice. You get some base shades and your transition shades, and then you get some shimmer shades for all of the lid if you would like to do that. So you can totally create looks with a full eye look, several full eye looks actually, just with the Bold Obsessions palette. And I do want to show you the inside of the Most Loved Mattes palette. So here is that. So in this palette, you also get your neutral shades, your cool tone shades, and your warm shades as well. And I accidentally did hit some of these shadows, so there are some like nicks in there, which I'm kind of disappointed about. But you can totally create several full eye looks in this palette as well if shimmers aren't your thing. But in the demo I did, and for this eye look I did use both palettes. But like I said, these are perfect palettes for travel. They do come with a nice full-size mirror, which is really nice, like I said, if you want to travel with these. And these are just really versatile eyeshadow palettes because you can create a day look, a nighttime look, or just like an anytime look that you want to create for that. So that's really nice. So in these palettes, you do get 1 gram of eyeshadow for each pan, which is actually a decent amount of eyeshadow. And at the price point, you really cannot beat that. So yeah, overall, these eyeshadow palettes are really beautiful. The shades in both of the palettes are really beautiful as well. I don't want to go too in depth on my thoughts on these palettes just because I will be putting up a first impressions review kind of video up soon. But I would say that if you guys see them at Walmart or at your local drugstore or wherever you see them, to pick them up because they are really good and they're pretty inexpensive too. So now I'm going to jump into the swatches of the palette. So if you would like to see swatches of the palette, then please keep on watching. those were the swatches of both of the Milani eyeshadow palettes. As you saw, they are super pigmented. I was especially impressed and surprised with the Bold Obsessions palette. The Most Love Mattes palette was really beautiful as well, but the Bold Obsessions palette was crazy. It was so good. And when I swatched that black, I was just like really impressed because it was so pigmented, and a lot of times when you get a black shadow in an eyeshadow palette, sometimes it's chalky or the pigment isn't consistent, but this black in this palette is crazy. It's just so beautiful. So again, that is in the Bold Obsessions palette. I was just really impressed with the pigment in these shadows. And the Bold Obsessions palette also had some really beautiful shimmers. The gold is beautiful. This burgundy color, this is called Blazing Hot. And then this Sands of Time, or actually it's this one, the Slate All Day. So gorgeous. And the Slate All Day is actually what I'm wearing in my brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight. So I was just really blown away by that color because I was not expecting that shade to be that pigmented and that intense. So those were the swatches. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys pick these shadows up because they are really good. As you saw, super pigmented. So as I said earlier, I did film a first impressions and demo using both of the eyeshadow palettes, so be sure to look out for that. And yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!